Welcome, YouTube fans, to another episode of Career Spotlight Saturday. Today, I'm meeting with Dawn, and she's a NICU RN, and she's going to tell us all about her experiences as a NICU nurse. This ought to be very interesting. So, welcome, Dawn.
Hi, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I am doing great.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
So, you're an RN.
Yes.
What made you decide to become an RN to begin with?
Actually, I always wanted to be a nurse, even when I was a kid. But my path went to join the Army. And then after I finished with that, I said I was going to go back and do what I originally wanted to do coming out of high school. So I went back to school and at 42 years old and became a registered nurse.
Awesome. So, where did you start your RN journey? What was your first job?
I worked at a local hospital in the progressive care unit. I did that for about 10 months, and then I switched over to labor and delivery, which is what I really was my goal. I wanted to be a labor and delivery nurse. Loved it and did it for almost 3 years. And then I ended up getting hurt, and that moved me to a different path where I became a NICU nurse, and now that's like dream come true.
Awesome. So, for those of our viewers that don't really know what NICU means, can you kind of explain what that means?
Absolutely. So some babies are born early and they need to go into a NICU. A NICU is a neonatal ICU unit for babies firstborn anywhere. Some NICUs take them as young as 23 weeks or up. We start at 29 weeks in the local hospital that I work for. We are there to provide them assistance with oxygen, breathing, feeding, learning how to eat. Some of them are come to us for neonatal abstinence syndrome, which is they're addicted to a certain type of medication, and we have to wean them off of being addicted to that medication so that they could go home and continue to nourish. And then we also get some that come in, they have blood sugar issues. So they come to us. A lot of times we have to put them on IV therapy with dextrose IV fluids to help them maintain their sugars. We end up weaning them off of that so that they can go home. Our goal is especially our pretermers, if they deliver, say, at 34 weeks, our goal is to have them home by their due date. And a lot of the times they're home by their due date or even sometimes before due dates. Every baby is different. So every baby comes to us at 34 weeks. Some can go home at 36 weeks. They just do that well. And then some babies, they're with us closer to their due date.
Okay. So what are the kind of things as a NICU RN that you would be responsible for? Or what are the things that you do?
So we're assigned usually 1 to 2 babies per shift, depending on their level of care that they need. So for us, we do assessments on the babies every 6 hours to make sure there's no change in their plan of care. We have them on a schedule of every 3 to 4 hours where we feed them, diaper them, change them. We encourage the families to come in for these hands-on care. And we schedule it that way because we don't want to overstimulate our babies. Babies that are born very young, too much stimulation, it can actually like wear them down and give them issues with breathing throughout the day. So we try to bundle their care together, and so that way we're not overstimulating them throughout the day. And then so their care is done on a 3 to 4 hour basis, depending on their age and whether they're eating or not eating. And then have a smooth transition at shift change to the nurse that's going to come on at night to continue that care throughout the night.
How neat. So one could probably say that you get paid to play with preterm babies, and but there's so much more that goes into it. You're feeding them, you're diapering them, but that assessment part becomes really, really critical because as an RN, you're going to be looking for even very minute changes.
Absolutely.
So that you can head off a problem early before it becomes a major problem. So what would you say is your very favorite part of being a NICU nurse?
I think being able to bond not only with your baby that you're taking care of, but to be able to bond with that family, to teach that family how to care for a preterm baby. It's not like taking home a regular newborn baby. Even when they take them home closer to 40 weeks, they're still considered a preterm baby, and they're not the same as a regular baby that was born at 40 weeks that's going home with them. And so it's exciting for me to be able to like teach parents how to pace feed their baby so that their baby doesn't get, overworked or have a problem with aspiration. So I like that hands-on with the families when it comes to taking care of infants.
Wow, that just sounds like a really fascinating aspect of nursing. And I'm really glad that you came to share it with us today. And for anybody that's interested in learning more about NICU nursing, head over to our webpage, foryourcna.com, and under the blog post, I'll put some information on NICU nursing so that you can learn a little bit more about it as well. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Dawn, and letting us know what you do on a daily basis. And we're very, very happy to have met with you today.
Awesome. Thanks for the invitation.
So YouTube fans, make sure that you like our channel, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so that you're aware of when we put new posts up. Look at the rest of our weekly series: Motivation Monday, Test Tip Tuesday, Workplace Wednesday, Newsflash Thursday, Fashion Friday, and of course Career Spotlight Saturday. And we will see you at the next post. Until then, happy caregiving.